Welcome back, everyone. Well, our next guest was part of a team that helped an Arizona boy who was nearly decapitated in an accident survive and thrive. It was a groundbreaking surgical procedure done at Barrow Hospital in 1989, and that was just one of the interesting stories that Dr. Volker Sonntag could tell, and he does in his brand new book, hot off the presses. It is called Backbone. And Doctor, you not only a top neurosurgeon, a Sun Devil, first of all. A Sun Devil, went to U of A for medical school, so a Valley kid here. But it took a while for you to get to America because you were born somewhere else, and childhood was an adventure, should we call it?
It was. It was. I was born in East Germany. Then, after World War II, I ended up in a refugee camp for 4 years.
What was, you were how old then?
I was 1 through 4.
And so what do you remember about that experience?
I just remember my younger brother being attacked by a rooster. The only thing I remember during those 4 years.
That was what an older brother would remember. That's the one thing. Refugee camp, and that's what you remember, Doc.
Yes.
So you came to America how?
Through a boat with 1,500 other refugees, and came to New York, and then took a train from New York to Phoenix, Arizona, where our sponsor was.
So the sponsor was here in Phoenix.
Yes.
Dad became a dentist.
Dad was a dentist, but couldn't work anymore because he had a brain abscess in Germany, which was the reason we immigrated to America.
Okay, so you have a medical history here.
Yes.
And you were working at St. Joe's.
Yes.
When one day a kid had been hit by a truck. What happened? Tell me about this day.
He was hit by a truck and dragged, and came into St. Joe's, and the staff asked me to look at him, and it turned out with our diagnostic studies that he had his head separated from his spine. Only the spinal cord was intact.
So the nerves were all there.
The nerves were all intact.
The bone was not.
The bone and the ligaments were gone.
What do you do next?
Well, it's unusual that they survived this sort of injury in the first place, but since he survived, we decided to do emergency surgery and took him to surgery at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Very unusual situation, and surgery was successful, and fortunately, after several weeks in the hospital, he went home walking, which is very unusual.
But during that surgery, what you did was unusual. This was a game changer. What you did changed the face of neurosurgery that day. What did you do?
Well, we did instrumentation. Neurosurgeons in those days did not do much instrumentation. That was more or less the purview of the orthopedic surgeons. But we did instrumentation that I devised, kind of invented, very rudimentary in those days in retrospect.
So you used what?
I used a rod that I physically bent with my hand and fitted it to the patient's anatomy, and then tied it in with wires to connect the head to the spine.
And he's how old, and he's doing well now?
He's in his 30s, I imagine. Last time we contacted him he was 18, 19, playing baseball.
So it worked.
It worked.
And it put Dr. Sonntag here on the map. Celebrities, dignitaries, everyone wanted to come see you with medical issues after that.
Well, with neurosurgical spine issues, I saw a lot of celebrities, royalties from the Middle East, professional football players.
Can you give me any names?
I can tell you that the Diamondbacks and Cardinals and Queen of Saudi Arabia, which was in the newspaper, so I don't know. That's not me.
Yeah, but most of them are HIPAA, so can't really
most of them I can't.
But you can come meet the doctor, the good doctor, on Tuesday, because you're going to do a book signing.
Book signing at Changing Hands Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Changing Hands in Phoenix.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for what you have done in your medical career, and go Devils. And thanks for keeping all this knowledge and intelligence right here in the Valley.
My
really
pleasure.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back, Arizona.